Hello, Cinternet. Today we are going to make the frosting to go on the cupcakes that is in the video that is before this one. I melted the cream cheese for about 10 seconds in the microwave, and I melted the butter because it says soften your butter. So I just went all out and melted it up. What you are going to need for your frosting is 4 ounces of softened butter, which I melted, 4 ounces of cream cheese. I would suggest softening it up because I've made that mistake. 2 cups of powdered sugar, a half a cup of Ghirardelli Caramel sauce, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla. So let's do this. And today I am going to attempt to use my piping bag. I've had this for years. I used to use it on cakes. Well, my son would use it on cakes. I would just supervise because that was his favorite thing to do, was to drizzle stuff all over cakes. And the piping bag just seemed to make it easier, but I never really learned how to use it, so bear with me. To make your frosting, you are going to mix together butter and cream cheese. And I'm just stirring it all together, hoping that it gets blended very well. And if you've worked with cream cheese, you know it doesn't mix very well with anything. It takes forever to get it there. I guess I could use a whisk to do this, but I didn't think about that. I'm no professional cook. I really do suck at it, but it's starting to turn into something. I don't know what. Then you are to add, I'm gonna call that mixed. Then you're gonna add your vanilla and caramel sauce, which I did not measure out my caramel sauce. I didn't even think about it. Okay, now since this is mixed, if it sets for a second, it becomes a little thick, but we're gonna thin it up a little bit with everything else we gotta add to it. We are gonna need 1 teaspoon of vanilla added to your mixture. I'm going to give that a swishy around. It gives it that caramely color. It went from like a white color to a caramely looking color. And my kids are dying for one of these cupcakes because, like I said, these cupcakes really do not have any alcohol in it whatsoever. I mean, it just has it in the name. Like I said yesterday, this is what we're trying to create. That right there. And I can tell you, mine won't turn out looking nothing like that because I'm no professional. Then you want a half a cup of your Ghirardelli caramel sauce. We went to the Ghirardelli store in our outlet mall to get this. And it does come with this fancy seal on it, so you gotta pry it open. Now we're gonna close this puppy up, squeeze him into the half a cup, and add butter, cream cheese, and vanilla. So this may take a minute. Now we have a half a cup. Pour that in. Oh, don't that look good? Makes me want a caramel apple. Now you mix this together. Ooh, starting to look really good. It's gonna be very caramely. And it does call for a mixer, so I gotta run and get that. I went and got my mixer because it does call for that after you get to this part where you're adding the powdered sugar. It says to turn it on low, whatever power that is. It looks like frosting. Let's try this. Very sweet. This is what your finished icing is going to look like. It has like a caramely look to it. I'm going to try to put as much as I can in my piping bag. It's a very small piping bag. This is the Betty Crocker As Seen on TV piping bag. We've had it for years. I'm not even sure if you could still find them, but that is what we use whenever we have to pipe things onto anything, is the Betty Crocker one. I'm going to fill this bag and I will be back. Okay, I got my piping bag full. This stuff is very thin, so I'm not really sure how this is going to work. And then you're going to want, here's where your bourbon comes in. A Ghirardelli dark chocolate bourbon caramel square. Ooh, they sound good. Yeah, mine's not gonna look nothing like theirs on that picture, because there's my frosting. It does not stand up. It kind of smoothed out. It's like the piping bag means nothing. But this frosting would probably be good on just about anything. And like I said, I've never used a piping bag before. Not to do anything fancy, but this is awful thin. And Friday we will do a taste test of these. So subscribe and you can catch us doing that. I'm not even sure if the square is going to stand up in this. And the way it's coming out and the way it's turning out, yeah, that's not going to stand up in that. It's going to be more mess than anything. Then you're supposed to drizzle the Ghirardelli Caramel sauce. But like I said, mine's not going to turn out nothing like theirs. My frosting is running down the sides of my cupcake. And I followed the directions to a T, so I don't know what the deal is. But you don't have to have a piping bag. As you've seen, it kind of just falls flat. So let's scoop some with a spoon on these. And I'm using just like a traditional seat dinner plate. It turned out exactly the same as if you used the piping bag. Woohoo! And it does not say anywhere in the directions on what to do if your frosting turns into like mess and not thick. And I don't know, because like I said, I'm not a cook. I kind of suck at cooking. So we'll just finish this middle one. And then it says to take your caramel sauce and drizzle over the top. Ta-da! Like I said, I'm not a professional. This is what happens whenever I made it. Yeah, the caramel sauce is just a little messy. Maybe you put the caramel sauce on. After you put your frosting on, then you get your Ghirardelli square, which each of these squares is 70 calories, and I have no idea on cupcakes what they are, but being that they have cream cheese in them, they can't be that good for you. There we go. Did I even get any closer? I don't think so. Regardless, they're gonna get 8. If you're having a party and people at your party don't care what your cupcakes look like, I guess go for it. Or if you know how to make your frosting thicker to make it have that swirl look to it, go for it. I don't know how to do it. I'm not a cook. I suck at cooking, like I've always said. And so you don't have to sit here and watch me make a big mess. I'm going to wrap this video up here. Don't forget to check out how to make the cupcakes. I pulled them out of the tins and let them set overnight so they could be extra cool. They did fall flat. I don't know why they did that. I don't know if it's some screw up on my end or what the deal is with it. With the dip in the middle, you could stick your Ghirardelli square in it, so I guess that's a bonus. But I'm gonna go for now so I can finish frosting these. I have a whole other plate because it does make 12 cupcakes, and I have a whole bag of chocolates to put on them. So I'm gonna end this video here. Like I always say, show me some love, like, comment, subscribe, become part of the crowd. Check that box below to see all the other places I am on the internet, and I will catch you later.